First note, sorry guys for making this video take forever to basically get uploaded. So I would like to apologize to you guys. But anyway, let's move on to the video. So yeah, I'll try to summarize this in like each year in 2 minutes. So then it's roughly a 10-minute video. Then spend like 5 minutes on credits. And yeah, my camera's a bit wobbly, please don't mind that. In 2019, I got my first ever Rubik's Cube, the Rubiks brand. And I just scrambled it like most other people. But unlike most other people, instead of solving it by trying to get the white face and stuff, I solved it by taking it apart and reassembling it. I kept doing this until I felt like I couldn't. Then I decided to solve one side of every cube I had so far, which back then was the Rubik's 2x2. This is a different 2x2. The Rubik's 3x3, and the Rubik's 4x4, which is and by the way, this is not the Rubik's 4x4. That's a entirely different thing. Anyway, I accidentally solved my first ever 2x2 Rubik's Cube, which was a bit weird of an experience for me, weirdly, but like then I decided to actually learn how to solve a 2x2. Sorry if you can hear my brother, but like anyways, so yeah, I got my first ever 2x2. I actually learned how to solve it, unlike most people, and then that's where my dedication for cubing started, or Rubik's Cube solving if you're a non-cuber. So yeah, that's basically what happened. Then I learned how to solve the 3x3, or just the Rubik's Cube, then the 4x4. And then I've got a 5x5, and yeah. So, now on to late 2019. So this may be, like, 2019 I think I'm going to be analyzing the most due to the fact that, well, a lot of things happened during 2019. I literally cubed every single month ever since I started cubing. Well, that is at 2019 at least. So yeah, in late 2019, I went to Gold Coast Spring 2019, which was not my first competition. I decided to spectate that competition due to the fact that the registration list, the competitor limit of 150 was filled up by the time I tried to register, so I wasn't able to, and yeah, I just went there. I bought a Scube, which is this puzzle. This is a Scube, and also if you want a deeper look into each of the stories, they will be in my cube collection video. So like the story of each cube and stuff. So yeah. So I bought that as well as the Chi Sail W, and then a Chi DS 2x2. I would replace those mains, of course. And at the end of 2019, I just bought cubes. My dad bought me some cubes from the store. Unfortunately, I literally lost all of them except for the Cube Extreme, which is also in my cube collection video and which is in the link in the description below. Yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much the end of 2019. I replaced my main, of course, with the Chi Warrior S. Now let's move on to 2020. 2020 and 2021 will be into one segment together due to the fact that nothing really happened in 2021. So yeah, in 2020, I went to my first ever cubing competition, or Rubik's Cube competition. I cared about my times, and I still kind of do now, but the first event of the day was Skib. I got a 13 using this Skib, which is the X-Man Wingy. Unfortunately, the corner broke off of it. then after that, I on my YJ Yulong, which I'm too lazy to get out, I'll probably put a picture of it on the screen. Oh dear, my storage is running out. And sorry for burping twice. And then for 4x4, I did pretty okay. I got a DNF in my first solve. DNF, by the way, stands for did not finish, if you didn't know that. And then for 5x5, I unfortunately... Oh, I'm kidding. I didn't mean unfortunately, sorry. I got pretty lucky using the usual magic 5x5. My first solve was a 406 DNF because the time limit was 4 minutes. But then the unthinkable happened. I got a 346.71. How the hell? I'm sorry, and this is like kind of lower quality, unfortunately, because like, you know, I was too lazy to get my tripod out. I literally jumped like Max Park. After that 5x5 solve. Anyways, yeah, I got a 346.71 on a budget cube. Don't ask why. And that basically was a highlight of my cubing career. Unfortunately, that personal record lasted for a very long time. It actually lasted until 2023 because of the fact that, well, COVID happened, then I wasn't able to beat it at Brisbane Autumn, and then I finally beat it at Australian Nationals, like a whole 3 years after I got it. So yeah, I quit cubing between like late April and September of 2020 because there was a lack of motivation. Because, you know, literally there was a lack of competitions, a lack of everything. So there's no room for motivation, unfortunately. And that's where like my improvement also started to slow down because I wasn't fully dedicated to it when I had the time to. So yeah, 2021. The only interesting highlights I can think of are getting the G5 timer, which was not implemented at competitions until 2022, as well as a 14.7 3x3 PB single. I'll probably upload that to YouTube directly after this video. There's something in my eye, sorry. So yeah, right, if I try to look down, like, that's because I'm checking how long each segment is, because the first time I tried to film this, I got 39 minutes. The second time, I got 38 minutes, which is only an improvement of 1. So yeah, I should be focusing on my time. So yeah, I got the GAN XS, which is this handsome cube over here. This is actually my longest standing 3x3 main from the end of 2020 to September 2023. Aside from the 5x5, which went from 2019 until 2023. So yeah, this segment may actually go over 4 minutes, but oh well. So yeah, let's move on to other stuff in 2021. I got a lot of new main cubes. I also got a 6x6 and a 7x7, this is the Usual Magic M. For 7x7, I broke my only 7x7, and I got a Mailong 4x4 in 2020, along with the Sengso clock and a Killer Minx, which is a smaller version of the Mega Minx. There's nothing too much to talk about in 2021 aside from it's the worst year of my life. And now let's move on to 2022. 2022 is where my motivation for cubing picked up once again, because I had a competition called Brisbane Autumn 2022. My first in 2 years and 4 months. No, 2 years and 3 months, sorry. Yes, that is the longest wait I had for a competition ever. And that's why I've lost dedication so many times between those points. I literally didn't have dedication to cubing until the month before the competition started. Bucko. And I'm talking to myself. You should have been prepared. 10, 12, 11-year-old me. So, yeah. I am born in 2010, but I didn't actually turn 12 until October, so, yeah. Anyways, 2022 was just pretty good in general. My academics went back up. My improvement went up. But my cubing was kind of empty still for most of 2022. As I was focusing on my education and, content creation instead of cubing itself. I forgot to mention this. I was in Gold Coast Spring 2019, Northside Cube Days 2020, and Brisbane Autumn 2022. I ended up in Tingman's video. All those images will be on the right hand side of the screen. Yeah, so basically I ended up in Tingman's videos thrice, or 3 times if you call it that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I should have mentioned it earlier, but I was rushing, so let's move on to 2023. 2023 by far was the coolest year of cubing, aside from, of course, from this year. Well, that's due to because I firstly asked some of my friends, should I go to a competition that has 1,000 people at it, yet it costs $60. Yes, don't ask why registration is so expensive, even if the thing itself is a non-profit organization. They need to pay the venue, by the way. Yeah. They all said, yeah, it's worth it, so I decided to sign up at the end of 2022, so then I can definitely go there for 2023. I think due to the economic issues, I think only 50% of the registration limit was filled. Only 400 people actually came to the competition, unfortunately. So yeah. To summarize that competition, I did pretty good in 4x4, which was the first event of day 1. I got 133. Then for Megaminx, I surprised myself with a 228. By the way, Megaminx is this thing. Yep, I did pretty good. I got 228, 229. And then day 2, I got a pretty good time for one-handed. Actually, nah, I'm kidding. It was more like oh yeah, also I may add a summary to Brisbane Autumn 2022 if I forgot that. For square 1, I also did kind of okay. And for 5x5, I did pretty good. I got an overall PB, which overall PB stands for, overall PB is your personal best, even if it was at home or at competition. PR is just record at competition only. And then day 3 was 50% good, 50% bad. In 2x2, which is this puzzle, if you don't know, I did pretty bad. Then a tetrahedron called the Pyraminx, I did pretty good. Also, I lost my main cube after the competition. After day 3, by the way. And then for Scube, I did bad, unfortunately. And then for the normal Rubik's Cube, I literally stunned myself with a 22-second solve. When in reality, I forgot that I was actually going down in times, not up. Anyways, let's move on to present day, because I bought a lot of new main cubes in the end of 2023, and I'll probably list those in my cube collection video, not here. Current day. So, to summarize 2024 so far, I have cubed in every single month. Yes, that means I've solved Rubik's Cubes from January until this month, June. by the time you're watching this, it may be later or maybe still June. So yeah. I competed in Cubing Corinda Sunday 2024. There'll be more in detail in my Cubing Corinda Sunday 2024 competition vlog video, which is recent, so you must, look for it instead of having to use a link. Okay, I'm not gonna give you the link. Don't be lazy. Yeah, I did pretty good with all my events for 3x3. I got a 13 single, which is still currently my personal record. Then I got and then I had one-handed. I nearly got a overall PB. PB is personal best. PR is personal record. If I didn't explain that to you already. And yeah, I did pretty good. And square one, I don't really care about that. Square one, by the way, is this puzzle. Scube, I did literally the best I could. And to revise, this is Scube. And lastly, I got into round 2 of 3x3 and Scube finals. I did pretty good when it comes to 3x3 average, single not as much. Single and average is basically the mean of so people do 5 solves. The worst and best times are removed, and then the 3 remaining times are calculated as a mean. And single is just, 1 solve. So I got 14th place in Scube, meaning I could get into finals. I dropped down to 18th, unfortunately. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it with my 2020 journey of cubing. I do have a competition coming up. This month actually. It's Queensland Open. That's literally one of the more recent videos as well. I also won't put the link in the description below, unfortunately. I'm so sorry, I just don't feel lazy enough. I just feel lazy, sorry. But anyways, let's move on to a few other things, which hopefully do not take like 10 years to do. So, here are the cubers who inspired me. Zithi Cubing literally taught me how to solve the cube. Tingman is a popular YouTuber from Queensland, which is where I live. So I've met him like multiple times at competitions, which is cool. I also got inspired by JPerm, which is a YouTube channel. His real name is Dylan Wong. That's also also Felix Zemdegs, the guy who got a 4.73 world record single, the most iconic world record ever. Max Park, the current world record holder, for the single, and then Yiheng Wong, the current world record holder for average. Timon Kolashensky, 2 Filipino cubers called Leah Borromeo and Sean Patrick Villanueva, as well as Dana Yi, Juliet Sebastian, who are 2 female cubers. Who is this? Like basically just TNL Cubing, don't forget him, and then another who his real name is Tom. Tom is also another name of another YouTuber called Noble Cubes, I think. I can't really think of the YouTube channel names on top of my head right now because, well, I literally am running out of time to film this and my phone storage is gonna run out. So yeah, I'm in panic mode. Please don't criticize me for it. A lot of other fast cubers like Kata Kukala and Zane Kinani, 2 Scube world record holders. What is this? Yeah, generally just all world record holders and a lot of YouTubers, so yeah. And that pretty much ends my video, guys. Goodbye, and see you in my top 10 favorite WTA events video, which will upload next week.